The Twitter bird that we all know and love is finally dead. Musk is trying something completely new with this platform, and it will either make or break his credibility, and you'll find out more in this video. Since 2006, Twitter has always been defined by the iconic blue bird. Sure, the design has changed a little over the years, but the main concept has always stayed the same. Well, that was until a few days ago when Elon Musk announced that everything on this platform is going to change. In this video, we'll tell you everything that we know about Elon Musk's plan to create a super app that will completely change the way we use social media. Trust me, you don't want to miss a second of this video. So, I know you're probably wondering what happened. Unless you were on Twitter at 12 a.m. the other night, you're probably a bit confused as to what the hell is actually happening. So, allow me to explain. At around 12 a.m. on July 23, 2023, Musk began a series of tweets explaining that the Twitter that we all know and love is going to be rebranded to X. Yeah, not exactly an inventive name or logo, but hey, Musk has always been about function over fashion. It all started with a tweet where he wrote, "Soon we shall bid adieu to the Twitter brand and gradually all the birds." He then said, "If a good enough X logo is posted tonight, we'll make go live worldwide tomorrow." Following the short series of tweets, Musk went on to a Twitter Space session, confirming that the social media platform would be receiving a complete overhaul in the coming hours. He confirmed that this change has been sent to every Twitter employee, and then boom. Just like that, the new logo was revealed by Musk and other employees like Linda Yaccarino, and the Twitter bird was gone. This rebranding has pretty much marked an end to the pre-Musk era of Twitter, because now literally everything has changed. The bird is gone, and now there's even a paywall to use the app to its fullest, with Musk announcing that non-paying users would have a limited number of DMs among other limitations. Tweets are no longer called tweets, they're called X's, and the domain is no longer twitter.com, it's x.com. Literally everything has changed. Now, Musk hasn't gone through all this effort just to get rid of the Twitter bird and annoy a few haters along the way. No, he's actually got a pretty big plan behind all this madness. So let's take a further dive into what exactly is X. By this point in the video, you might be wondering what the hell X has to do with anything. And that's a great question, so let's further unpack it. Musk has been using the letter X in pretty much every brand he owns over the last decade or so. PayPal was originally called X.com. There's an X in SpaceX. There's a Tesla Model X, and his new AI company is called XAI. Man, even his kid is called X. He clearly has a running theme with all these brands, which kind of suggests that he has a plan to merge them all together at some point. And with this Twitter rebranding, the plan is becoming ever more apparent. Alongside the rebranding, Musk announced that he's planning to completely reinvent the Twitter platform and create an all-in-one everything app. To put it in his own words, this is what Musk has planned for the future. Twitter was acquired by X Corp both to ensure freedom of speech and as an accelerant for X, the everything app. This is not simply a company renaming itself, but doing the same thing. The Twitter name made sense when it was just 140 character messages going back and forth, like birds tweeting. But now you can post almost anything, including several hours of video. In the months to come, we will add comprehensive communications and the ability to conduct your entire financial world. The Twitter name does not make sense in that context, so we must bid adieu to the bird. So what does all this mean? Well, it's clear that X.com is going to become the central hub for X Corp and all of Musk's accompanying businesses. He wants X.com to be an app where you can trade stocks, communicate with others, comment on current affairs, manage banking, and even potentially house his new AI chatbot XAI. Obviously, Twitter, as we once knew it, wouldn't be able to facilitate this. But this does beg the question, why destroy Twitter? Why couldn't he just create a new website and use Twitter and his social media presence to promote it? By the way, if you are interested in Musk's new AI chatbot, make sure to check out our recent video where we break down everything you need to know after this video. The managing director of Twitter, or X, I'm still getting used to it, added further, it's an exceptionally rare thing, in life or in business, that you get a second chance to make another big impression. Twitter made one massive impression and changed the way we communicate. Now X will go further, transforming the global town square. X is the future of unlimited interactivity, centered in audio, video, messaging, payments, and banking, creating a global marketplace for ideas, goods, services, and opportunities. Powered by AI, X will connect us all in ways that we are just beginning to imagine. So naturally, how have users responded to all these sudden and massive changes? Well, it's safe to say that the general consensus is that this is not a good move for Twitter, and users have had some less than kind things to say about Elon Musk since the announcement. Prominent human rights lawyer Mbehe Efong summed up the opposition to this rebranding in a single tweet, saying, Elon Musk is using this once wonderful app to entertain himself. The way he's tearing this platform into pieces cannot be easily explained. Yes, it is his money and his company, but it's also a very important medium for free speech and social engagement. Why change the name to X? What is X and what will tweets be called now? Twitter is a global brand. If you want to rebrand it, why not opt for a new name that's relatable? I have read that Musk has an obsession with the letter X that spans several decades. I understand he's also given his children names with the letter X. The new logo is not more appealing than the bird logo. Another verified user and outspoken name, Tiberius, wrote, the rebranding of Twitter, one of the strongest and most unique brands in the world with many use cases, to just X, something far inferior from a marketing perspective, is just another example of how effing useless Elon Musk actually is. Finally, Marques Brownlee stood in defiance of this rebranding, tweeted, I'm still gonna call it Twitter. To which Musk replied, not for long. Musk has been a very polarizing figure since the takeover of Twitter. Upon his arrival, he fired 80% of the workforce because he didn't feel like they were working hard enough. He then unbanned controversial figures like Andrew Tate and Donald Trump, which got under a lot of people's skin. And now he's completely changing the very underpinnings of Twitter. I think this move is going to make the people who love him even more, and the people who hate him even more. Personally, we love Musk because he's using the resources for advancement of technology, and if you couldn't tell by the name of the channel, we're all for that. But in conclusion to all this sudden news and all these changes happening to Twitter, I think the reason that so many people are so annoyed about this move is that the rebranding is marking an end to the old Twitter, a platform that everyone used to stay on top of current news and react to things in real time. No one would have an issue with X.com if Twitter was left alone, and I'm sure people would actually be excited by an everything app. But because this plan has literally killed Twitter, it is leaving a very bad taste in everyone's mouth, and has caused Musk to become an even more polarizing figure in the eyes of the public. However, Musk and his team have always wanted to go a step further than everyone else, and this has definitely been made more apparent now, and whether you love him or you hate him, it is going to be exciting to see how big X.com will become. Of course, we like to throw this to you. What are your thoughts on this rebranding? Has Musk made a revolutionary play that we are just perhaps too naive to see? Or has he actually messed up massively here and caused irreversible damage? Let us know in the comments below. Oh, and make sure you check out our recent video on the threats of GPT-5 while you're here. And on that note, we'll see you on the next video, so long as Elon Musk doesn't decide to buy YouTube.